Used to be good, now it's fucking shit. Time to build their own. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into another stream. If you guys are new here, or actually, no, I'm gonna introduce Mr. Hayes first. We got Mr. Hayes in the house.
Yo.
If you guys are new here, in the morning we come in, we take a look at NQ, we take a look at the price action, see what actually happened, or see what price can do going into the New York session. At night we come in, we review, see what actually happened during the day, and then at the beginning of each week we take a look at price action, see the trades that we took, and outline any important levels to look for. So right now, let's get it started. Oh, we also take a look at stonks and we take a look at crypto. That's another thing that we do here on streaming. We do a little, you know, here and there, maybe a little lesson on some things and some other things. Just general inquiry. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know in the comments or in the chat. We'll answer that for you. Did you actually? Oh, nice. Picked up a little trash on your walk. Hell yeah.
Good. Yeah. Right downtown Boulder.
Good shit. Yeah, fucking that place needs a fucking clean up.
Yeah, they got the signs that they don't actually do it.
Yeah. All right. NQ. Let's take a look at what we have here on Monday. Did we trade Monday? I don't think I did a trade Monday. No, maybe we did. Let's see. 9:30. Yeah. 495.25. So you can see how price displaced below it originally, right? We started to gush below, bounced on this 24.06850, got that nice continuation or reversal into the upside, right off of that level. This was just a small little wick because you can see that started right there and right there. So it wasn't actually pretty much not even a full hour that it took. So a little wick probably on the 15-minute, right, gave us that reversal to the upside with the body closing above that 24.06850. Then we come up, we reject that 24.495.25, get a little consolidation, and right at 9:30 price comes in there, opens up, taps into that 24.495.25, sweeps the London session high as well. We get a nice rejection out of that, getting that reversal into the downside a little bit to sweep that range low, and then a continuation to the upside into those 12-hour levels that we have outlined previously. Tuesday here, we are looking on the 1 minute. This is where our trade was here. We had an initial run to the upside right at 9:30. Then we had a wick form out, rejecting this order block on the 5 minute because the Asia session had consolidation or range. London session had a manipulation to the upside. So New York session, we were looking for a potential reversal into that New York session, right? At least into that London session low. And that's why levels are important, right? We look for the most recent liquidity. That's where we take our trade, because you can see how we swept this, got an SFP, and then reversed back to the upside here. But on the 1 minute, we came into this fair value gap, retested it, got that nice reversal to the downside, and retest of that previous daily high as price could not continue above it there for a little bit. Just those initial first 15 to 20 minutes that we typically see that. Wednesday day was interesting. I think we talked about this one too, right? Initial rejection of this 25.098 level gave us that reversal to the downside. As price continued to the upside, we swept the top of the Asia session, right? We had the Asia session consolidation, London session manipulation. So in New York, we were looking for potential reversal, which we got initially. And then going into the end of it, we came back down to the lows that we have had outlined, those on the 4 hour. So over here, price comes in initially on the 1 minute, opens up, rejects this 25.098. We form a fair value gap, retest down here of that 25.013 liquidity, get that rejection to the downside, and then continuation back up. From there, right during this macro time over here, we get, I don't want to move my 12-hour level. I don't want to move that. So you can see over here during the macro, starts from 9:50 and ends at 10 a.m. or 10:10. So just a 20-minute macro where price either manipulates to the downside or the upside. So in this case, when we manipulate to the upside, we sweep the Asia session high, Bodies are not closing above it. We retest the range OTE there. It gives us a rejection to the downside. Then price comes into the bigger range here. Retests it, right? We have a rising VIX fix. Gives us a nice reversal back to the upside. We retest the order block that we were originally looking to break. And you can see that inside our Discord, www.papertrace.io. If you guys are interested in there, I'm commenting price, not candle by candle, but just posting setups that we see during the New York session. Then we get that reversal to the downside, sweeping those liquidities. Thursday session. What do we have? Thursday here, similar thing, right? Initially we came up, retested this 24.74575, got a nice run to the upside, retested this volume imbalance, and we're also retesting the OTE of this big range here. You can see right there. So retest of the OTE, price cannot close above the 705. So that means we're not going to come up for that 786. So if we can't do that, we're looking for a potential reversal into that New York session. You can see right there, we sweep the high there, gives us a nice SFP, so swing fairly pivot. Price cannot continue above that. Gives us a nice initial run to the downside. We sweep these lows, but price is just still consolidating there. We come up at New York open 9:30. We retest 24.74575, get a bounce into this 5-minute fair value gap, and this is where we're watching. Right, so retest of this fair value gap, price cannot close above it. No bodies are closing. Gives us a continuation to the downside into that New York session. We break this 24.74575, retest it, and continue back to the downside. And all of these liquidities you can see right there. Thursday we also traded some Asia session here. This is why our 12-hour levels are so important. So over here we sweep the previous daily low, which was right there. We retest the 24.49525 level, get a nice bounce on it, come up into these liquidities a little bit, right, which we revisit later on during that Thursday session. And we also sweep the previous 4-hour low, which gives us that nice continuation into that 4-hour and gives us an outside 4-hour. That's a solid one. That was Thursday Asia. And Thursday actual session, what do we take here? Thursday 9:35. Oh wait, this is Friday. Wow, it's Friday. Friday I did not trade. Yeah, Friday did not trade, but you can see Asia session range, right? London session range, sweeping both sides of it. So going into that New York session, we automatically look for possibly having a SND. So you can see this is what we use on daily. This little chart right there, search and destroy SND day. So as price comes up and sweeps that session high, I don't want that in there. Daily plan on right there. There we go. As price comes up, sweeps the London session high, then we get that reversal back to the downside. We're also going right back below that 12-hour level at 24.74575. Price comes back, retests it, retests that order block, and we get that reversal back to the downside on that new hour, and we end up sweeping those London session lows. That's what we got on that right now. Currently, interesting week. So we opened up, right, we are above the previous weekly low. We're just in between this range. We had a little bit of a grind down. We're below the 1550 EMA. Seems like they've been running it up overnight and then selling it off into New York. So until that stops, we're going to continue probably trading that pattern. Up above on the hourly time frame, if you look, we have a fair value gap from 24.611 to 25.56925. So look for a potential reversal there. Currently inside a 4-hour fair value gap here. So that lines up a little bit inside this order block on the 4 hours. So we could look for a potential reversal from there. In terms of 12-hour levels, we are looking at this 24.49525 level, as that has been broken. We also came back, retested this inverse fair value gap on the 12-hour, and now looking for a possible continuation to the downside. But the only thing I will say, we do have contracts rolling on what fucking day? Tuesday. So just be mindful of that. Contracts roll on Tuesday. Don't freak out if we gap up or gap down. That's just the fucking contracts. Or you can use be adjust. Like
Real
some
men use
people.
be adjust.
I don't know.
I was just gonna say on the 4 hour, if we invert this bearish FVG,
On NQ.
yeah, maybe another run up at this trend line before a leg down.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that trend line.
Because they're still holding that fake OTE because we never really made new highs. But
Yeah, I want to look at the actual contract, the new contract, see if we have anything on there. NQ, NQ. Show me what we got. NQH, March, NQM. Yeah, this is the new contract. So, similarly, opening up, we swept these lows here on that weekly. This is interesting. This weekly, that weekly still looks interesting. We have an SFP supposedly on the bottom here on that, but just consolidating here with absolutely fuck all. We'll see. I guess come Tuesday, we'll see what price actually wants to do. As tomorrow, there's probably going to be some volatility as the contracts are changing. So just watch out for that. Or also watch that new contract. That's typically before the roll date. You'll see more volume on those rather than the old contract. Or you can just use the continuous chart. I use both. On one of them, I use the current contract to track the price a little bit better. And then I also use the regular price with no B adjust. Fuck B adjust. Anyways, crypto, absolutely fuck all on this. Personally, I think I had one trade that we outlined last week. Let me see. Clanker. Oh, it was inside the Discord, I think. I posted Clanker. Nice 140% Clanker. If you look at it, had a nice SFP on that candle, or had a nice SFP at the bottom. I think we're about around here somewhere, and then nice. So if we break the 200 EMA, could see that potential continuation on it. But as we were opening up these new weekly candles, I would also just be watching for what price wants to do here. Is if we are sweeping previous weekly highs or sweeping previous weekly lows, just kind of watch your levels here, especially if you're looking on those lower time frames for entries. Yeah, I don't have much on crypto. You got anything?
I haven't opened my Blowfin in a month.
Oh lord. Weekly, yeah, there's just fucking just not much up here.
Yeah, there's just stocks that look better. So I
100%.
flow to that like water.
Yeah. That's true. There's definitely better things. Oh, somebody's card is open. Alright, let's go into stocks.
I like S weekly
S.
last week. Closed really nice.
Yep, that was one of my fucking retested that CISD. Oh my god, hiccups. Retest that CISD there. So this one's looking good, and I think we had that rising 3 outlined, or power of 3 outlined on it on that weekly as well. So those are looking fucking phenomenal.
Then AMT looks really good too on the week or on the daily.
Yep. No, even the weekly, if you look, we retested that fair value gap again. It looks like a flag. So I like this one, especially given that we're inside month right now, inside a bullish candle. So I do like this one, AMT. I did have it on my list.
I like ENPH weekly still a shit ton.
I saw those contracts. That was fucking solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could have had a stronger daily close, but the weekly still just looks like it wants a big
weekly
dick.
And same with monthly too.
Yeah.
Daily wise, we did retest that fair value gap, just right where we wanted it. There's potential to come down maybe a little bit for this weekly to open up a little to the downside and then open low, high close it into the end of the week. MPH. What about on? What are your thoughts on on? Like this one weekly?
Yep, I like the daily chart a lot.
Weekly and monthly too. Monthly we tapped into that volume imbalance. We also swapped the previous monthly low.
Yep, I like that one.
And we test up this giant OTE on the weekly of the 618 here. Let me send you the chart. JD fucking beaut.
Probably one of the
That was
most
a
faves.
beautiful fucking call on that. Yeah, a lot of LR to the upside, and we're about to get an outside month on it too.
Strong ass close last week.
Yeah. Maybe retest like 27-ish area. That's where I'd love. Oh my god, JD.
MU really looks like it wants to break out. I know it's really high, but the monthly wants to go outside, I think.
Yeah. Given that last month was inside, yeah, this does look pretty good. That weekly looks solid as fuck.
I feel like CLX, it's dipping into this monthly imbalance. Weekly's OTE could definitely like sweep previous week low again.
Yeah. Yeah, it could go into like 106, which would be the 705 of that OTE leg that we have on the upside. Yeah, that one. What else is up here? A firm got fucking shit on that weekly. It was sad inside week, but monthly still maybe has some room. Just depends. I think. See, we covered BA dipping into the 618 on the weekly. I think we could probably sweep the previous weekly low and then continue to the upside on that one. Celch weekly as well. If you look at that one, Celsius Celch.
Yeah, looks good. Monthly's a little sus. Just because we are coming out of that bearish OTE on the monthly.
Yeah, good catch.
That we rejected back in October. So I don't know if they want to bring it down to like the 37 area next month.
Fuck it. Bring down White Monster Superior. If you're drinking the Celsius Retro Vibe, go buy yourself a fucking Monster. Be a real man.
Just drink water.
Just drink water, yeah. Or black coffee. That's also always an option. It's probably a better option out of both of those.
You never know.
CRM kind of did shitty last week. That weekly was whack. DDOG also weekly looks a little iffy here. Maybe retest of the fair value gap that we have. So sweep of that previous weekly low and then continuation on out of there. There's that potential on DDOG.
Yep, I like that. A lot of the cloud ones still look good. Like Dell looks good too. Yeah, I like
DDOG,
the dog.
like
The dog.
something like that. I'm gonna put this into our stock trading.
Why is trading view such a piece of shit? Like now it just has no icon down in my taskbar. Just blank.
You can. It doesn't have any icons in your taskbar.
No, like it opens, everything works fine. It just doesn't have an icon anymore. Like, so random.
Oh, what? Mine still does. It's whack. What the hell? Yeah, ENPH hood also just fucking consolidating here. So there's, like you can see how we opened up this inside month and now we just sold off on that previous weekly. We're tapped into that fair value gap, sweeping those ranges. And now it's looking like it wants that low of that previous monthly candle. So like we said, probably around $66, $55 ish would be decent enough for it, I think. Microsoft retesting the CISD here, but that weekly was not looking awesome sauce and inside month, so there's still that potential to go a little bit lower on that one. Yeah, now.
Yep, I like now.
now as well. We have a fair value gap that is just tiny but mighty. Typically, we see nice moves out of those. So if we sweep that previous week low, that could give us a potential push to the upside. The only thing is we swept that previous monthly high. That's the only thing that I'm not liking. And another area of confluence for the upside is the fact that we were retesting this inverse fair value gap. So as long as that holds, we can see continuation on that one.
Yep, I like that.
PG forming this monthly, tapping into this fair value gap. Daily still iffy, potentially sweeping previous weekly low, maybe going into those 149s ish, and then continuing out of there, as that would be the 618 of the OTE, as you mentioned. Do we talk about snow? Snow, similar thing to the DDOG. So here we're sweeping here, but not closing above the CISD on the weekly time frame. So we swept that previous weekly high. Now we're just kind of consolidating within here. Potentially tap into the daily fair value gap here around 173, 169 area. Say 171 even, go as far as that. So sweep with the previous week low, maybe come back above that range, and then continue to the upside. That would be my kind of outlook on that. Just of the and Wix didn't look too bad either. I mean, previous monthly high swept, tap of the monthly fair value gap up above. No sweep on the lows, but we have a weekly fair value gap that gives us a potential for flipping that support and continuing to the upside.
Yep, I like
that. And that's all I got, honestly.
Yeah, my list is short. There's some good ones in there.
Yeah.
That I have my focus on. No need to spread too thin.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you will get spread.
Yep. Yep. And actually, speaking of spreading, I'm going to spread your mom later if you do not share this stream. So, on that note, make sure you give it a like, give it a share, tell your mom to come watch, or you're going to be the one sitting in the cuck chair watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you go check out Mr. Hayes at Hayes Beats. 3,000 followers for the guy. We're going to do a lifetime membership giveaway on Twitter for the Paper Traders community. Make sure you go check us out. www.papertraders.io. It's the best way to see what we're all about, things that we offer, and also view our past streams, check our track record, see how we've done, see how we're doing, and see where we're heading. Check us out on Twitter at the Paper Traders, and make sure you give me a follow as well. 2,000 followers for me. We're gonna do a tracksuit reveal. That'll do it. Thank you guys. Peace out.
Peace.